welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Duke's Rib House and Grill, 1910 Cochrane Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15220. We're happy to be here tonight. We got the Penguins on. Penguins are up 1-0 if somebody wanted to know when they watch it tomorrow or the next day. We're on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area, so check us out there. We appreciate you watching the show. Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park. And we have a series of shows every Tuesday through Saturday night, 7 o'clock to 8. And a lot of people are telling me they've watched us on TV. And if you miss us on TV, we're on YouTube 24/7. We only have Smokin' Jim, 265 of shows like this. Then we have some boxing and some other special events. So you can get them all there. I put a link on Smokin' Jim's line up there, so he didn't look at them yet because he knows how he is. He's the busiest man in media. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smokin' Jim Frazier with me. Zach Brenner's one of our co-hosts from Tuesday night. He's eating in the back over there. So we'll see him later on the show. I usually save the best for last, but we have some great guests tonight. I might have to bump him up a little bit so he doesn't eat, but we'll see what happens. And we start our show off with what's on our mind. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
hold on, I got a pen just for you.
You've got to see Levine. Hey, a big hand for award-winning writer Jody's in the house.
No ketchup. No ketchup. No.
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Listen, I got 13 God kids, so I celebrate Christmas all month long. And I'm sure everybody in here has heard of Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian got the most beautiful baby I ever seen in my life, and it came out looking like everybody. Ray J, Red J, Kanye, Chris Humphries, and me. Listen, I got a lot of friends who are Cincinnati Bengal fans because head coach Marvin Lewis grew up near Washington, PA. Listen, to all you Cincinnati Bengal fans, I got good news and bad news. Your Cincinnati Bengals choked again. The good news is choking is covered under Obamacare. Listen, who do you think should be the Pittsburgh Steelers MVP? Should it be Big Ben? Should it be Le'Veon Bell? Or should it be Antonio Brown? Le'Veon Bell ran for 185 yards. Big Ben passed for 350 yards. And downtown, record-setting Antonio Brown had 11 catches, and that's my MVP. I think the Steeler offense, this offense is the best I've ever seen in Steeler history, and I think the Big Three is good enough to take the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Super Bowl if the defense plays a little bit better. Vince Lombardi once said, fatigue will make cowards out of all of us, and the Pittsburgh Steelers defense looked like a bunch of cowards. Listen, I only want 4 things for Christmas. Just 4 things for Christmas. Number 1, I want Beyonce. Number 2, I want Bill O'Brien's book on Chuck Noll. Number 3, I want the Pittsburgh Steelers to make the playoffs. And number 4, I want the Wizards to bring the Steelers defense a heart.
Hey, what happened to the 8-8?
Hey, keep those hecklers in the back. We might have to bring you up right now. That's Zach Brenner there. Smokin' Jim, I don't know what you're drinking, and it's usually ginger ale, but I've never, ever heard you this positive. It must be the holiday Christmas season. And well, he is a miracle.
I love my God kids.
How do you top that? Well, one way I will do it is, I don't know if any of you still read a newspaper. You knew I used to work at a newspaper a long time ago called the Post-Gazette. This is not the Post-Gazette. Somehow, Smokin' Jim, they wrote an article about public access TV. They even come to our show on November 25th. They were taking photos all the time. I just thought it was about how public access TV is in the area. There's only about 10, 11 stations. We're one of them. We're one of the top ones. Well, here they write the article. It's in the Sunday paper. I send it to my man there and said, just give him, look at the article, there's photos of us. When you look in the paper, two of our volunteers are on camera, John the Tiger Kiger and George the Ghost Garanci. So two of our volunteers, just like Erin Ward's doing a heck of a job tonight. She's one of the best here in our studio. Been doing it for years. Thanks for getting this. It says prime time, and not that I have a large ego or anything, but if you read the first three paragraphs, you'll know who's talking about how great it is. Thanks to Dave Cable, Bethel Park, the municipality of Bethel Park. We're honored to be able to travel to different bars. We have fun. People think it's our station, Pittsburgh Sports Line Station. It's not. I have to ask permission from Dave Cable, and that's his real name, to get a camera. Smoking Jim, I know it's a shock to you, but I do have to ask. And then you saw me carrying it in. He helped me one time because I had 5 bags. He grabbed the smallest one. But hey, what's really on my mind, well, another announcement. We were at Atria's. You remember what a good time you had?
Oh, yeah.
And you were afraid to eat that talking machine Big Mouth burger? Him and Zach Brenner wouldn't eat it. Well, guess what? We'll be back the 5th and the 19th of January at Atria's. And we appreciate all the great feedback and everybody who come out. So thank you there. I got to talk a little sports. Today I drove around Pittsburgh today, and there was a euphoria, Smoking Jim. Look it up. But people were happy everywhere. They weren't seeing their doctors. Steelers won. Now you drank a little bit of that Kool-Aid with the Steelers. They're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know how this happened. I've been hearing all season the offensive line soft. Mike Adams couldn't block his mother when she was baking for him or something. I don't know what they're shaking and baking, but they tell me all this stuff. All these other guys are terrible. He's in the war room with the Steelers. NFL scout, Smoking Jim Frazier. All year I've heard. I predicted 11-5. It's not going to happen. But as Zach Brenner says, 10-6, they could be in the mix. Now, here's my take on it. I hope we keep winning because I'm not a Todd Haley hater. I hope he gets a head coaching job somewhere else so he can hold the microphone up like Mike Tomlin does. I'm watching the game at some of the key points, and they're pulling the camera over on Mike Tomlin. Now, here, I'll use this just as a little prop. Now, why is it like that instead of like this? And I see it during key moments in the game. Then after they score, they screw up, I see it come back down. I got to get the signals there because I'm not getting it. Now, to me, when players play better, which they are, my MVP right now is Le'Veon Bell. He got rid of Blunt, and there's nothing to bum rap him about. So, I mean, that's all good. Without him, when you think about it, the offensive line looks super. I used to play, center. If you have a good running back that can find the hole and hesitate, and then all of a sudden he got 4.2 speed, I'm going to look like a superstar.
Yes,
just get in front of somebody. This is what I talked about last year. So I think we still have the same problems. Who knows what happens when we play Atlanta? Do they have a losing record?
Yes, sir.
That's what's on my mind. Go Steelers. We'll go beat them. Take care. We're going to start bringing up our guests right now. And this lady, I've met her over the last few years in different networking events and everything else. She's just prolific in starting new businesses. One of our friends, I don't know, when I bring her up I'll ask, but Dr. Trina Hess come to our show in February and said, she goes, I'm up at this place where they got colorful things hanging from the ceiling and all that. Why don't they have that? She's an hour and a half away. Why don't they have it out there? I go, I don't know. So I found out later on they worked something out, and they do. Dr. Trina Hess was telling us about it. This lady, she's a mystery woman. She'll introduce herself because you know her. She's been on TV for years. Come on out.
Hey guys, what a pleasure to be here tonight.
Welcome to our show.
Absolutely, thank you. Hey.
We left them in suspense so long. If you want, you can hold the mic.
Okay, I'm pretty comfortable with doing that.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
We were just on a podcast that I had to be in charge of superstars like this. Please tell them your name.
I'm Darieth Chisholm, and just for the record, you were talking about my fitness studio, former fitness studio, Full Body Fitness Club.
Well, I didn't want to mention names because I had heard things that
And you had to get all the names right,
Right.
right? Yeah, so that's what you were referring to, where you were talking about aerial silk dance.
Yes,
And
thank you for
some
helping
people
me.
call them ribbons, but actually they're silks. And it's very much like if you've ever seen a Cirque du Soleil show and people
Yes, I have.
climb and drop in the beautiful fabric. People learn to do that at Full Body.
No, that's great. But she was so excited when she come here. She'd been a guest on our show before, and she's a comedian, so we never know whether to take her serious. As you see, we have a little whimsy on our show.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
Good. Well, I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're glad you could make it. Now, I usually have my 3 questions. You answered the first one.
My name.
Right. And we are a sports talk show, even though we get a little carried away, as you saw with our opening.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite sport?
I do.
Okay. What would it be?
It would be football.
Okay. Well, you're right in his wheelhouse. Now, what team can it
No,
be? I'm
notice the
interested.
hesitation after his introduction. So anyway,
How could you not be?
right.
He's a nice guy, though.
Good.
What's your favorite team then?
College or professional?
Professional.
The Steelers.
Okay. How about college?
Vanderbilt. Commodores.
Vanderbilt.
Yay,
Wow.
Jay Cutler's
Vandy!
team.
There you go.
Of course.
See that? You got to support the
That's
alma
right.
mater there.
My son is there as a freshman playing, so of course I've got to support him.
Them in
Sure.
Tennessee is a great rivalry.
Yeah, they just played last week,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact. So
He doesn't
yeah.
miss a thing. See how he's sending you these little softballs here to hit out of the park?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no pressure on here. And that's our sports segment with Daria. Because there was a lot of pressure. Now, I'm always given literature and stuff like this, and I'm seeing this hustle and heart. And I've heard you talk about it. So who's better than you to explain what I've heard?
Yeah, Hustle and Heart is my new baby. It is a video podcast show featuring inspiring, successful people. We talk with entrepreneurs, small business owners, movers and shakers.
Can we qualify?
Yeah, you can qualify. You've been rocking this out for some time. People
3
love your
years now.
message. Yeah,
3 years.
absolutely. But it is a video podcast show, and we spend about a half hour just digging into the rituals and strategies and tips and tools that successful, mostly business owners, but
Sure.
successful people use.
Where do you do it at? Because I've seen a few of them, and it looks like you're home.
Well, we travel to, we're very much like you do. We
Okay.
actually travel and meet our guests. I prefer to do it in their homes.
That's what I-
because we really want to be intimate with the show. But I did Roberto Clemente inside PNC Park. I did Pat McDonnell at
Yeah,
Atria's.
and
So-
he runs that. He's the CEO of Atria's.
Yeah, so we travel, so it's nice that we're able to do that. But then we shoot the ins and the outs in my home.
Okay.
Because I really want to stay true to the real podcast mission, and podcasting is huge. And to all of my podcast brothers and sisters who produce these homegrown sessions, if you will, out of their homes,
Right.
but are able to meet people globally. That's the beauty of having a podcast show.
How easy is it to do the video like you have?
Well,
like
video-
say you're on a small budget. We don't have cameras out of a studio like this, which would be great to do podcasts.
Yeah, great question. Video podcasting is, what we do, and we also run it through audio. So clearly, if you're not watching it, you're going to be able to listen on iTunes, on Stitcher Radio, on all of the other podcast directories. It does take a little more effort to do video. Clearly, you need a camera.
Yes.
You need to know how to edit. But you could use, people are using their flip phones and their iPhones to shoot.
Well, look at Pittsburgh Dad.
Yeah,
It started just with an iPhone. Now it's a business.
We happen to use a 3-camera setup with DSLR cameras, but I coach and work with individuals to really encourage them to get started with whatever equipment they have, and then work it in the budget to build up. Because podcasting and reaching people in an audience like you understand this,
Yeah.
it's just another medium, but the ability to be able to spread your message, build your brand, build influence, and build community is tremendous with podcasting. So that's where Hustle and Heart comes from. The title, a lot of people ask me, so where'd you get the title from?
It's you.
Well, but it's you and you, because guess what? Whatever we're doing, we're hustling, right? We're grinding, we're working hard, we're really pushing.
Did I give you a business card?
There you go. Exactly. That's what we do, right?
Sorry, timing's everything.
Timing's everything. So everybody's all about the hustle, right? And the heart is loving what you do, having fun, enjoying
Being
it,
passionate.
sharing it, being passionate. And those two words together really define the mission.
If somebody wanted to start it, what would be your first advice to them?
To starting their own podcast
Yes.
or their own video podcast, a couple things. One, know your avatar. Know exactly who you plan to put your show out for.
Explain Avatar to him. He thinks it's the movie that come out with all the blue people. He doesn't even know that because he doesn't watch a
I
lot.
can pull back and I'm blue. No.
Are you? Okay.
Actually more red.
A Bethel Park
Red's more-
TV first. We're going to see somebody become the avatar.
Become an avatar. No, an avatar is really just knowing.
It's like an archetype.
An archetype. Knowing who it is you are, you're there to serve. It is knowing your niche or your audience. Sometimes people, when we use the term avatar, you actually can almost say it's for one particular type of person. So knowing your niche is really important. You don't just want to do a show about anything. It's got to be about some topic, and you should be delivering it to some community. So that would be the first thing.
Okay.
Knowing your avatar, knowing your niche, knowing whether or not you do want to do video or audio. I would obviously highly recommend video because of,
Yeah. We're with you.
Yeah.
That's why we're here tonight.
That's why we're here tonight. So I would strongly advocate that because the advantages are you can promote it through video, and video is a much stronger medium than just audio, but you can also drop your shows onto audio. So
Right.
having an audio podcast is
Well, that's
easy
why
once you
we've
have
been
video.
told to do it with ours. Since I keep saying 265, you told me that's the first thing she
Repurpose.
said. Do you know how long that would take,
Not long.
especially to tag them?
It's just a matter of maybe finding someone to work with to help
Oh.
you repurpose it.
I
But you'll
need
have
help.
content forever.
Oh, we know that.
That's the good thing.
We're overloaded with content.
You could do a daily
Any
podcast.
interns ready? We need you for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing I was going to suggest when you asked me what should you do, and that is to think
Right.
about building a team. If you're a very busy entrepreneur or someone who's thinking about doing a show, think about your message, think about your niche, think about if you want video or audio, and then think about how to pull the components together.
Right.
And literally put together a team. And a team could be you and another person. It could be you and a coach or someone who can help you strategize on a way to do it.
Right.
It certainly would be
Or
some
how about somebody to
manpowers.
delegate authority like me?
There you go.
Here's how we go from A to B and then C.
There you go. And that's
Because I know how to
important.
get there.
Right. And if you don't know how to get there, at least know how to delegate and find the people who can.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. My back's getting weak carrying that thing. But no, your advice is spot on. Like with us, we have a problem with an avatar because when you talk sports and you're from Pittsburgh, it's from a diaper till you die. That it's Steelers.
Yeah, and that
So we
diaper
have-
is black and gold. No
Oh,
matter
sorry.
what.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
In both cases, when you're a baby and when you're ready to go.
That's right,
So
yeah.
we cover it all. But that's true. No, your advice is great. Just like if Smoking Jim, he does about 19 different shows, and not all of them get put up on TV. I think he'd be great with podcasts because he's a great interviewer also. I know I dominate this, but
Here's the thing about podcasting. No matter what business you're in, no matter what you're promoting, what product or service, you have the opportunity to build a community around it who's prepared to listen to whatever it is you're prepared to share. With podcasting, you can take advantage of several different platforms. So you're not only going to create a show that might be on YouTube,
Right.
but then you can look at Stitcher Radio or iTunes, and there are 50 other directories. Your ability to reach people is expanded, and then you drop all of those shows on your website and then on every other social media platform. So it's not just linear in the way that you're delivering a message. And, for all of the bloggers that are out there, blogging was huge. It is huge. It still
Right.
is. But it's just a written medium that for many instances is primarily on a website, maybe gets picked up on some other
Sure.
RSS feeds. Take it to another level. At least develop an audio side to it.
you're getting
so
some
you bring
valuable
voice.
information. This is
Sorry,
like
I
golden.
love
gold.
sharing.
No, here's
but
why.
I'm all about helping business owners grow and expand, and this just happens to be my medium of doing it. But it's really important to always be thinking about how do I lead the parade or get in front of it and do what is trending. Podcasting is trending.
Well, exactly. And plus, when you look with video, look at Google. YouTube and everything else.
YouTube has surpassed. It's like the #1 largest search engine.
Right.
People go to YouTube to look for everything.
Look, you
And-
can find us on YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I watched you guys.
See?
I went straight to YouTube. I knew I could have gone to a website, but I went to YouTube.
Well, we don't have a website. Here's why. We have 1,000 to 9,000 people coming a day to our Facebook page, just with me working it that way.
Yeah.
So I haven't gone to a website except to maybe store things or post stuff there. But now that I have YouTube with the videos, just have a channel with it, like you've described,
Yeah.
and expand the podcast.
We got to find you an intern, and I need to help them help you.
Yeah, them. How about them? You can help
Them. Help them.
How do they get a hold of you to find out more knowledge about this?
Absolutely. A couple different ways. I have my own website, which is
Tell us all 10.
right, 10 ways, absolutely. DariathChisholm.com. That's easy, Dariath Chisholm. You can also go out to HustleandHeartTV.com, Hustle and Heart TV, where you can watch the episodes of all of the guests that we have. You can sign up there to receive emails with all of the episodes. If you are a podcast listener or viewer, we're on iTunes audio and video. And by the way, I'm going to put a little shameless plug in here.
Go ahead.
My show sat, Hustle and Heart TV sat on iTunes. New and Noteworthy is #1. We went from #1 to #3 for 10 weeks straight.
Wow.
So happy about that.
That's awesome.
But having said that, we are on iTunes, audio and video, Stitcher Radio, YouTube. I mean, and the website. If none of that, because often what I find is people will say, well, I don't even know how to get to a podcast. I don't understand it.
Right.
Just go to the website, hustleandhearttv.com.
How about a
You can
Facebook
watch it.
page? You have a link from there? Because a lot of
Facebook
people,
page.
they're not using as much with Facebook, but they find it easier there because they're out there, whatever they're doing. So.
I'm on Facebook at Dariath Chisholm. I'm on Twitter at Dariath Chisholm. I'm on Pinterest
I get all
at
10?
Dariath Chisholm.
Instagram?
They're all- Instagram at Dariath Chisholm. I make it simple. You just have to figure out how to spell Dariath.
You do it one time, please. Do it one time
All
because
right.
we're challenged.
All right, it's DARIETH, and Chisholm is CHISOLM. No H in the center. That's what most people turn around.
I hope you had a good time on the show. I know
did.
I learned some more things, which I'm happy to learn, Smoking Jim.
Good. Well, I had a great time, and I'm glad that we could talk all things.
Hey, you told me you had a
podcasting.
gift for us.
Oh, I do have a gift for you guys. I'm glad. So.
We
couple of
never
things.
mind when people bring us
When
gifts.
people bring you gifts, yeah, I have a couple of these gifts. So these are little handmade chocolates that
Heart
are
and Hustle.
Hustle and Heart TV. They're what's nice
Oh.
about these guys is it's a little cell phone to remind you that you can watch the show right from your cell phone. But it adheres to your sweet success.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's in chocolate, dark chocolate, and regular chocolate. So enjoy.
I'll have the dark. He can have the light.
There we go. Thank you so much for having me
Thank you.
today. I
Dariath, it was a
appreciate
pleasure.
Good to see you guys.
You take care. All right, Smoking Jim. Smoking Jim, I'll let you announce the next guest. You got better volume.
We are so honored to have her here. I can't believe she is here right now. We're talking about a fitness coach. We're
gonna
talking
get
about a
loud.
competitor in figure, bikini, bodybuilding, and she got some great stuff going. Also, one of the all-time great legends that come out of KLU University. Big hand for Sarah.
We're honored to have you back again.
Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you. Here, I'll let you. You can
okay.
hold the mic. I'll hold the props.
Oh,
How's
yeah.
that?
Sounds
You
okay.
like our new location here? Would you rather have?
Yeah, can I do that? Is that okay? So I can...
You're a guest. However you feel here. You're all those titles that he previously said, plus a champion, and whatever else. I don't know. So I can't keep track of what he was
I
saying.
know. I just have many irons in the fire at this point.
And plus, she did not go postal on us.
Nope.
She's a postal worker,
Very true.
and it goes back from our SIPS days.
Yep.
I go, hey, don't park there. She goes, I work here. I said, aren't you on our show? What show is that?
Yeah.
Now she
Now I
loves
am.
Pittsburgh Sports
I
Line.
do. Very true.
What do you have here?
So this is my next fitness camp. It's actually this Saturday, and I only have a few spots available because
Whoa.
Yes, it's a fitness camp for women. It's a 2-hour workout.
What day?
It is this Saturday, December 13th, in Bridgeville, Pennsylvania.
That's very far away from here. About 6 or 7 minutes.
It's so close, right down the road. So it's a great day. It's motivating, all positive women where we just get out there, we work out. I give everyone a goodie bag when they leave so we can all fight this fitness journey together. And this one is actually going to be special because it's going to be videotaped for an up-and-coming...
Wow. Reality show for you.
Well, it's not real reality show, but
I think you got potential there.
You never know. It is a Pittsburgh fitness show that will
Can
be
I set
aired
this
on
down
Fox.
now?
Yeah.
How'd I do holding it up that long?
Good. You should try.
Model.
Yeah, give Vanna a run for her money.
I'm not as cute as she is, but thank you.
Yeah, so that's my newest adventure this
Oh,
Saturday.
what's the cost? You only got a few left. I heard there's a discount.
It's usually $50 for the 2 hours, and everyone gets a gift and samples, hot yoga pass, massage coupons. But since it's the holidays, everyone's strapped for cash. It's only going to be $25 just this one time.
You are too kind. You're
I
just
try.
too awesome here.
I try. Thank
You're a
you.
champion. You
Yes.
just were competing. I wanted to ask you how that
did.
went. I saw you didn't win, but you were
No.
close.
Yeah, I actually tied for first, and then I lost the tiebreaker. So
No, I saw that. I was heartbroken.
Yeah, me
We
too.
got good karma from Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're always
Yeah.
looking for winners.
I know.
What happened there?
I don't know. It was actually
You didn't have a nice enough tan then. That was probably it.
Well, I just know the tan was good. It was just, it's
I'm
hard
sarcastic.
when I know. It's hard when everyone looks that good. It's just subjective, and
Right.
someone has to be second. So it just happened this time. It was me. So next time,
You're going to get
I'm
it.
gonna get it. It was my first time competing in bikini. I usually do a figure, which is a little more muscular. But so now that this,
Now you know.
this division, now I know. So watch out next time.
All right, coming attractions there.
Yep.
We'll have to check it out.
For
We
sure.
follow you, and you
Yeah.
like us, we like you.
Yes, for
Facebook
sure.
is, so
Uh-huh.
no, it's all good. What do you have this hardware on the floor here?
Yeah, this was from that show. This
Well,
is
you
my
got to hold
second-
that up. We like people that are proud
did
of
I
what
hit
they.
myself in the head?
Whoa, don't
The
hurt
champ
yourself.
is here.
I don't know my own
Look
strength
at that. I
sometimes.
better hold that. I know you lift weights and work
Yeah,
out and everything.
maybe turn around.
Yeah, that's why we're TV. Here we go. Champion.
Nice, yeah. It's good stuff right there. Yeah, I just figured a prop would be good,
You know we like that stuff.
Yeah, props are good.
It's not a problem.
You-
We're
what'd
looking
you
for
do?
a gift bag.
Well, you can each have one of these, But what did you do with the pink shirts I gave you last time?
Well, here I'll tell you. I tried to wear it because everybody was telling me, and that was the
Yeah.
night we did that.
Yeah, and then you threw it
bucket
all
challenge.
on the floor. And
Here, turn. Look there. We got another photographer. My daughter said, "Dad, what do you have this hanging right on the hook as we come into the house?"
nice.
I said, "This lady's a champion," and she gave me this skimpy thing to wear.
Yeah.
She goes, "Dad, you're not going to wear that." I said, "No," but I was nice about it.
Yeah,
She
could you
goes,
give
"Could
it to
I
her?"
have it?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so my daughter has it.
Oh, that's
Casey
awesome.
has it. so-
Perfect. Well, I didn't really mean for you guys to wear a pink tank top.
No, I always
You
believe.
really-
I always believe my guests are honest like that.
You could have gave it to someone. That's all.
Well,
So
I
that's
ended up.
perfect. That's
Thank
absolutely
you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I appreciate you coming to the
Okay.
show.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad you guys messaged me to come on down anytime.
You got it. We know you live nearby.
Thanks so much.
My next guest is a freelance writer who I met at an MMA fight, Jesse Saxon. Come on up.
Well, here I am.
Welcome to the show.
Thank
You want
you,
to turn
sir.
that around a little bit or
Sure, you bet.
whatever?
Smokey Jim, how are you? It's good
Nice
to see you
to
guys.
see you again.
Likewise, likewise.
Glad you could come here from all the way from Washington County.
Well, yeah, it was a huge drive for me. It took all of about 15 minutes. It's not so bad.
I understand. Tell them your name and what you do.
Well, I am the reflection of perfection, the man that gets all of your attention, the man of the hour, too sweet to
You
be
know
sour.
what? You better hold the mic.
Better roll with Mike. Starting over?
No.
Oh, we're going to keep
We don't
on
stop.
Because I'm the one with the biggest arms and got all the charms. So I'm going to have to ask you guys, how do you feel tonight hanging out with this guy?
I have no problem with anybody.
Well, that's all right.
I asked you to be on the show and everybody else. I have no problem with that.
You got it.
Finally got somebody that's more black than the machine.
What
My
kind of
man.
talk is this?
But my name's Jesse Saxon. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blogger. I write for standemup.org. You find some of my other stuff across some other national media, specifically MiddleEasy.com. I write for them, mixedmartialarts.com as well. And you can kind of find my stuff out and about. You can follow me at Twitter. It's at WB Survival, and I blast everything out there that I'm associated with, so you can keep an eye on that as well.
Nice. And you're not on Facebook, you told me that.
No, I don't do Facebook, but I do run a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blog. It's targeted towards beginners, so if somebody's interested or if you are new.
Well, tell me a couple things about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, what it is, it's a grappling-based martial art, so there's no punches to the face or kicking or anything, but it teaches you to ground fighting.
Right.
It's a proven statistic that over 90% of fights go to the ground. Very rarely do you see the one-punch knockout that happens. Most fights, you're going to get in close, and what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teaches you is to handle that, take it to the ground, and defeat your opponent.
And be successful.
And be successful by defeating your opponent with either choke, strangle, or some sort of joint lock that will make them not want to fight you anymore. And
get the submission.
Correct. And that kind of became very famous in the first UFC with the Gracie family, whenever they took on all challengers from all different kinds of backgrounds, and then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu won out and demonstrated that it's a superior martial art.
Oh, that's great. What got you interested in that?
Well, my story's not too much different than anybody else's. Kind of growing up, I got into the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC, and my dad was a wrestling coach. I had a wrestling background, and
where did he wrestle and coach at?
Brownsville Area High School. It's about an hour south of here. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Right now, KLU.
That's the one. That's the one. Another alma mater of mine is Brownsville. We called it 13th grade because he just crossed the river.
You went to KLU?
Yes, sir.
No wonder you guys are so tight. I knew there was a connection.
I used to go to football games on Saturday at Brownsville. They didn't have lights. They played on Saturday.
Well, that's because we grew up too bad. They wouldn't let us play games at night because people would get
all the drug dealers lived in Brownsville.
Now the truth is coming out.
Well, yeah, now that the skeletons are out of the closet. But
Some of them, not
all of them. We'll see where the rest of this interview goes.
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but we'll calm it down. We were at an MMA fight, and that's how we met you.
Yes, sir, yeah.
And you were blogging for the time or writing for Stand 'Em Up?
Both, yeah. I was covering the event. It was the Pinnacle Championships, Fighting Championships on the 26th of November.
Yes, it was.
And I was covering that for standemup.org, and just kind of going over all the fights, trying to give a breakdown of everything as much as possible, and highlighting some fights. And like I said, I do write for them on occasion as well, at least a couple
of
articles
piecemeal basis? Or?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. What else are you doing? What else would you want to talk about right here?
Well, right here, like I mentioned, I do run a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu website for
How do they
new
get
guys.
a hold of you for that?
You go to whitebeltsurvivalstrategy.blogspot.com.
White Belt Survival Strategy.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, .blogspot.com. It's a bit of a long address, but it's the best we could do for now anyway.
Well, when they watch this on YouTube or TV, they'll have to hit the DVR or they'll have to go back and forth a little bit.
Right,
no,
well,
I'm just kidding.
It's
I'm just kidding.
It's okay.
We'll have you sign in at the end, and you can put that in. We get graphics put up.
Yeah,
and
we'll put it in the
everything
show
else.
notes.
Yeah,
Sure.
it'll be there. So
Okay.
Hey, we had a conversation about green tea there, and then you shocked me with a little bit of an email because he loves the green tea and other things.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because he's a bit of a health nut.
A bit of a health nut. Yeah, I was talking to one of your friends earlier, telling me about how he has a nice energy drink with the acai, and it got my ears perked up.
Mr. Mona V.
That's the one, and I'm sure you know the drink as well. But
yes, I do.
I've been a fan of loose leaf tea for a while, and we kind of bonded on that a little bit. And
yes, we did.
You introduced a concept to me that I just never considered for.
Tell the world. I don't mind if they steal it.
Blending green and white tea together, and I'm here to tell you that Mr. Talking Machine Al Levine knows what he's talking about whenever he tells you to take the green tea, blend it with the white tea into some hot water and drink it down for some good health. Because I'm here to tell you, I feel great. I've been doing it every day.
You look great.
Thank you.
Definitely. Look at them arms.
Hey, biggest arms in all the charm. That's me.
I know.
But I've been drinking it every day since maybe Sunday. Mixing those green and white tea together, and it's been fantastic. So
and you're good with that.
Yeah, I owe you a debt of gratitude for the rest of my life.
Nice. Maybe you'll bring a cup next time you come on the show.
Next time, I promise you.
Hopefully we can get you back on with your busy schedule.
Well,
you travel the country and everything else.
Yeah,
this guy is unbelievable.
I'm here, there, and everywhere. I'm from Honolulu to Boston and every place in between, covering these fights for these.
Where are you at tonight?
I am in
Duke's Rib House and Grill, 1910 Cochrane Road,
Pittsburgh, PA.
15220.
That's the one.
We got to at least promote it. We'll be back here on the 22nd. We're here every, what are we here on, the second and fourth week? And we're here, so.
And I'm here, and you're here.
You know what? With common sense like this, I really like you.
I like you too.
You know, you're promoting a lot of good stuff, plus you're on the green tea.
And I'll make this guy laugh more than anybody else.
No. I got the record already. You're a challenger.
Well, you know.
I got 3 years ahead of you.
I'm not the best, but I'm in the top 2.
We'll see. I have to see how you are under pressure.
I feel like I'm doing okay so far.
I don't know. I'm going to have to put you on double secret probation.
That's fine.
You know, that's what I usually do with rookies. That's what we do.
We can revisit that the next time I swing.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the pressure on. You can put the spotlight on. We'll dim the lights. Make it like an interrogation.
Well, now on a more
I'm
serious
from Brownsville.
note,
We've been there.
I understand. On a serious note, you fought, right? Or you do compete right now, or not?
I compete in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments.
Now, where are tournaments at?
Honestly, I mean, just
From
like
Honolulu to Boston?
Boston and every place in between. I do compete
Okay.
locally. Most recently, I had a competition at Keystone Oaks High School.
My alma mater. Thank
Oh,
you.
see?
Go KO.
See, we're even more connected than you thought. And that was hosted by my school. That was at the last weekend of October.
Okay.
Previously to that, I competed in a NAGA competition. That's National Alliance Grappling Association.
You knew I'd ask.
I knew you would. That's why I covered it. And that was in April. Took first place, I'll have you know. In 2 divisions.
Another champ on Pittsburgh Sports Line.
Hey, thank you.
All that good karma. Smoking Jim says that even helps more.
Well, you know, I get a lot of karma and a lot of good confidence to put it together. Kind of like green tea and white tea. You put those 2 together.
It's a nice synergistic mix.
That's it. Get that young hyacinth in there.
I know, definitely, and maybe some China gunpowder.
Hey, who knows?
Aaron Ward's drinking some China gunpowder as we speak. She was sick, and now she's doing somersaults.
Yeah, look at her. She's at work working just fine now.
And the camera's perfect. It's right on us.
That's the way it should be.
No, that's good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Where else do you want to go? You compete? How about your school? Do you have any trophies there for any of the young people that are in your school?
Well, yeah, our school does really well. It's
I
Steel
assume so I wanted to hear about it.
Yeah, it's Steel City Martial Arts. It's located on Library Road, Pittsburgh, PA. Technically Castle Shannon.
You know what? I only live a couple miles away from it.
And you can come down and I'll teach you how to strangle people.
I'm not working out on that. I'm happy where I'm at, okay? And I got guys like you and him.
That's
and
right.
Zach Brenner's my security. All I got to do is take care of that. I don't even have to say anything else.
Well, you know,
I
Zach-
have no fear
For sure. And with,
because of guys like you.
Yeah, and with Zach's clients, I'm sure that you can always work out some sort of security anyway.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Steel City Martial Arts is owned by Sensei Sonny Akili. Great guy. I can't
It's
say
been there
enough
for
about him.
years. I've
Yeah.
seen it. It's been there a long
Yeah.
time. I remember when that building was built, actually.
Yeah, he was housed in another place before that, but the school grew so much, and it's ranked every year as the best martial arts school in the Pittsburgh area, which was a big decision for me and why I wanted to go there.
And I didn't know you were even there.
And now you do.
That's
See, we're learning all kind
amazing.
of stuff today. We're learning
That's
all kind
why
of
we
things.
do these interviews,
Got it.
folks. If you have something out there that's good and you're a winner or you want to be a winner, come
Right.
on our show.
And you got to let people know. Well, there's no point in keeping a secret about stuff. If you got something good, why don't you want everybody to be happy? Spread the love around.
That's what we try to do. My theory is like we talked about, there's a pie. Let's make the pie bigger. We'll all
I
get
like
a bigger
it.
slice.
You
or
got
more
it.
slices.
Yeah.
And with that happy note, tell them how else to get a hold of you, and then we'll get you out of here.
Sure. Like I said, you can find me on Twitter at WB Survival. You can check out the blog again at the website is whitebeltsurvivalstrategy.blogspot.com, or you can kind of check in with me on there. I'll put out all the writings that I do, or you can check out middleeasy.com, standemup.org, and mixedmartialarts.com.
You had about 10 things like there at this.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to
Get
get as
out
famous
of
as she
here.
is.
You almost had more talking than me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesse, it's a
Thank you, sir, for
pleasure. Welcome aboard. Tell them who you are.
My name's Adam Milstead. I'm a professional heavyweight fighter. About one fight away from being in UFC. Of
That's
course,
why we wanted to get you on before you won't even show up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This
And
is
I
great.
told you I met your mom because
Yeah.
we were in the way and she wanted to see you fight so badly.
Yeah.
If you're only half as tough as her, I heard.
But she's a tough cookie, that's for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Oh.
raised me, so.
Well, she gotta be. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have a brother and a sister, and
That's
I'm
great.
the youngest. So,
You're the baby.
so I got picked
I don't
on.
want to see the other ones.
I got picked on. I guess that's where I learned my fighting moves. So.
How'd you know I was gonna ask that?
I knew it. It's-
You got ESP or something. You figured that out. Well, I usually ask people what's their favorite sport.
Okay.
I don't even want to because you're possessed and obsessed with this sport.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
MMA.
How do I know these things? And usually I go, what's your favorite team? It got to be Team Milstead.
Team Milstead. That's right. Absolutely.
Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Even if I made it up, you didn't know you had that team.
I do now.
I got a little copyright on it? Nah, it's all yours. It's all good. And what gym do you fight out of?
I fight out of Fight Club Pittsburgh in Robinson Township.
Definitely. I was talking with Mick during the fights like you were, you know, before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time there.
Yeah,
some
Mick's a
great
good dude.
fights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a great gym.
Yeah.
Zach Brenner and I went out there, and we were out there getting some T-shirts for a fight a while ago, and it's just one of the best, cleanest, largest gyms that I've seen.
Absolutely.
With more stuff, and I'm not being technical,
Yeah.
than gyms that I've seen have been around for years.
Mick does a great job. He takes care of us. He gives us a paradise for us to train in. So
Yeah.
it's a fantastic facility.
How long have you been doing this, Adam?
Ever since I moved into the area about 8 years ago. So
Really?
about 8 years. Yep.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Get on. So 19 years old, you started this.
Yeah. But you look at it this way, MMA, we use everything that we've ever gained in life, we use it as a weapon, basically. So I wrestled my entire life. I wrestled since I was in 2nd grade. So
Did you really?
Yeah, and that's what originally got me into it, and that's what kept me into MMA. So
Well, you're one powerful guy in the cage. You know that.
thank you.
Definitely. I mean, I admire that. Look at the smile he has. He's like a large baby-faced assassin. Because
that
look
what-
at him.
Is that what brought you here? Wrestling scholarship or something?
Well, actually, it was football. I was playing college football at just a D3 school at Geneva College.
We know
Yeah.
Geneva. He's an NFL scout.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. This is Smoking Jim Frazier.
Christian school, yeah.
Yeah.
Your coach used to have a bald head, right? At
Yeah.
Geneva,
Boy, I can't think of his name.
Smith,
Boy.
is it?
Um,
Think of it.
Well, we're not going to worry about that.
Very
We're here to
successful
talk about
player.
MMA, but
That's
you
right.
come here because of football.
yeah. Well, originally, yeah.
And then your family moved here, or what happened?
No, my
You
family
left
stays
them-
in Maryland. Yeah.
Maryland.
Maryland. So,
We're at Maryland. You can
Southern
shout out
Maryland.
to your hometown.
Yeah,
we don't mind.
Calvert County. So,
That's all.
Calvert County, Southern Maryland, right on the Chesapeake Bay.
And this will be on YouTube for them to watch.
Absolutely.
So if you have any family, especially your mom, if
My
you
mom,
you
my
want to say hi,
sister,
tell her
yeah.
name,
Yeah.
your family, anybody. I know you're a good guy, so go ahead and shout out to anybody you want. And where's it at in Maryland?
It's in Calvert County.
Calvert
and,
County?
Yeah. So.
And what's that near? So we understand. Any big city?
About 40 miles south of D.C.
That puts it in perspective. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
We're trying to like Gaithersburg and stuff like that. You know, I need a point of reference there.
It's on the bottom side of Maryland.
Okay, fair. Well, say hello to everybody there because you're
Hi,
on our
Mom.
show. There
Hi,
you
Mom.
go.
Hi, Jen. How's it going?
Anybody else you want to shout out to? You're covered there.
Man, I got tons of people.
Okay, we're not going to do that. We only have a few minutes with
Yeah.
you. Plus, your ribs are coming
Yeah.
because
that's
we're at
right.
Duke's Rib House and Grill, and the reason he's here is he saw it was
Yeah.
here,
well,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. The barbecue.
Not one
place.
reason, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask you. Please don't tell me you actually bring fighters who are cutting weight here. Please don't tell me that.
Yeah, we
'Cause
do.
That would be torture.
We
I would
do.
sit-
We've had fighters at our other bar that needed to lose 17 pounds in 3 days. And we had the best meatball hoagie at Sip Sports
how
Bar.
dare
Meatballs were like this. Yeah, we're brutal like
That's
that.
horrible.
We look like we're nicer and sweeter than you. We're not.
That's torture, man.
And I'm glad you're not cutting weight. And I'm glad you're not having surgery tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Another week.
Another week. I have surgery. Just maintenance work, tune up, and I'll be
Good.
good to go. So
And when will you be fighting again?
I'm hoping spring, late spring will
Are
probably
you?
be the time.
You'll
I come
recover?
back.
What kind of surgery? Can you talk about it or
Yeah,
not?
it's just a.
I don't want
clean-up
secrets
surgery.
going out, you know?
Nah, it's all right.
Because these guys will attack you. They're like vipers if they find you got a little Achilles heel.
That's true.
You know.
Well,
You're looking at those videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And It's just basically a cleanup surgery. All it is cleaning up the knee.
Arthroscopically.
Yeah, yep, that's it. It could be major if they find something, but probably not.
You look in great shape, Adam.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
So, and your ribs just come out. With no further ado, we're going to get rid of you. How do they get a hold of you if they want to follow you or anything? Do you have a page? Or?
Yeah, hit me up on Twitter at Adam Milstead. I got a Facebook, got Instagram, pretty much got everything. So
well, you get people to like us like we do, and we spread the likes out. That's what we do.
Sounds good.
And that's
Thank
how
you.
we've built it. Adam,
Hey, thank
good
you.
luck, good surgery, speedy recovery. We'll have you back again before
Great
you
job.
fight.
Hi, my name's Steve Okabayashi. I'm with Toast Pain Relief Products and Dr.
You know
Greenfield's
what? We'll let you hold that so you're a little more comfortable.
and Dr. Greenfield's skincare products. I'm in charge of sales with the company, and we're based here in Pittsburgh, PA. And they've been here for about 5 years now. They were an acquisition from about 2000 or 1990.
We don't need all those details.
Okay.
I want to know if you're helping any fighters out in the area.
We're helping a lot of fighters in the area.
Is it just mixed martial arts, or is it boxing, or
It's,
it could be a guy like me that just has a pain in the back with you coming here?
It's regular guys like you and me
Ow.
who work out, mixed martial arts fighters like Adam Milstead. We deal with a number of the NHL teams since the roots of Toast Pain
Name
Relief
one
Products.
for me, one
What?
NHL team.
The Vancouver Canucks.
Okay, that's
Winnipeg
all I
Jets.
wanted. That's my show. I'll ask you a question
I'll
or
take
two.
over.
I know you will.
Sorry, buddy.
I know. He's trying to beat the talking machine. It's not happening. It's my show.
Yes, sir.
You said NFL too?
NFL teams, college basketball.
Anything
College
locally in
football.
college here?
Yeah, Robert Morris and University of Pittsburgh.
Good friends of ours,
are two of our
Marty
clients,
Galosi.
Geneva
I don't know if you know
College.
Marty Galosi there. He's a senior athletic director there.
Okay, now I work primarily with the athletic trainers
That
from
makes
those
sense.
from those schools.
They got to rub it in.
Yeah, and our big claim, with Robert Morris is that when they beat Kentucky in the NIT
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Yeah,
they were
basketball.
cramping up because it was so hot in the gym that
Yeah.
night. So Jason Daly, their trainer, was
What'd they
using
use?
Screaming Menthol.
Oh,
Screaming menthol.
Screaming Menthol.
Little Z, we got a promotion for the Amish assassin, baby.
Massaged it in.
Once he gets in the ring, baby, we'll get this going.
There we
I'm
go.
sensing some type of
There
deal.
we go.
No,
So-
that's pretty good.
So it worked out well for them, and it helped them that night. And they let me know that
Wow.
that the product really did help their athletes that night. So it was great.
No, it's good stuff. Definitely. Now I got to ask you: do you have a favorite team? Since we did your shameless promotion first, you're the reverse of what I normally do. So I did let you take over.
My favorite teams are my clients. So
Bad answer.
come
No. Bad answer. Do you
That
watch
was good.
sports? No.
I watch all the
was
sports.
good.
I watch all the sports.
No. Okay, now
let
this
you
is
in on a
life.
secret.
Let me let you in on a secret. That chair is going to drop down. It's life or death. You have to tell me what sport you would follow before you die.
What sport I would follow before I
Yeah, you get to
die?
watch one sport and you won't die.
Oh,
He's dead, folks. Rarely do I stump somebody like that. But after 20 seconds of thinking whether you're going to die or not, that was enough.
I'm letting you talk, so I don't want to
Oh.
disrupt.
That still doesn't work. You could have interrupted me. You just died twice now.
Oh, come on, Al.
How does that happen in life?
It doesn't happen.
And your son just celebrated a birthday. I feel so bad for Sam.
The life insurance is paid.
Sam and your mom, you're good. Glad I could help you guys out. Look at him. He's trying to annoy me, and it's not working out. No, I'm just kidding you.
That's
But if you
fine.
really don't, you like watching all sports?
I watch all the sports. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of all the sports.
You ever watch bocce?
Bocce, that's in my neighborhood. I'm in Bloomfield. I'm in Bloomfield. Italian days in Bloomfield. Hey, my neighbor does it.
You gotta ask. You know it's the second most popular sport in the world.
Get it. Really?
You think you can stump me? You're stumped. You know what number one is? Who said soccer? He's been on the show here.
Has he? Okay.
Mario Tempest, Mr. Mona V.
Okay. Soccer's
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, international, not American soccer.
Well, I thought
Football they call it, F-U-T-B-O-L.
Right. Well, I've heard mixed martial arts is growing.
Oh, it's growing.
Massive popularity.
Well, look at the size of that guy there. He's growing.
Hey,
Adam Milstead just ate a half a rack of ribs, folks. He's starting his second half of the rack. That was huge. You better. He's going to need some of this for his arms, lifting those up a couple times. Man, that's a big rack of ribs here at Duke's Rib House and Grill.
I've got mine on order, so
Do
I'm ready
you?
to go. Oh, yeah.
Not only do you watch every sport, but you eat ribs with your client.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
Absolutely.
Hope y'all save some ribs for the brother.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if they did or not. Oh, you. Come on. What else do you want to promote? I'll give you, since you won't pick a favorite sport, you won't pick a favorite team, you're just going to keep me talking to try to see if I
My favorite
stop.
sport, when I was growing up, I was going to be in the NBA. I was going to play for 76ers with Dr. J.
Because you're a Philadelphia boy. I was trying to pull that out of us. Right, he wouldn't let it out.
Hey, I'm a Pittsburgh guy now. I've been here over 25 years.
We embrace you as a Pittsburgh guy. Anybody that can keep the talking machine talking, that's a rarity. So, we appreciate that.
Hey, it's a lot of fun trying to, so,
You did it, but I pulled Philly out of you, so I'm happy there.
Yeah, I know.
NBA.
I'll probably get beat up walking out of here tonight. But
No, not tonight, because this won't air till at least tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Zach will take you to Homewood.
And then you can use this product after you're injured. You can have somebody, the paramedics, rubbing it in. Or you can have that trainer there, Sarah. She'll rub that in right in your face.
And Adam will punch me in the face.
Well, no, he can't. He'd slip that punch with all that rib juice. He got rib sauce everywhere. Look at him. Definitely. But I appreciate you coming on. Anything else you want to say or shout out to anybody? I mean, all the clients you have, I don't have time for you to announce all of them.
No, we want to thank all of our clients for their support in supporting our products, our companies, our business, and helping to promote, our products to everyone across the country and internationally as well.
Come on, Jarvis Jones. Got me faster than that.
Too slow, Jones.
Is this thing on?
Hold it. Let me test.
No, we gotta keep you away from the
Let
microphone.
me test.
We gotta keep you away.
Let me test.
from the microphones.
I can't
One
believe
time
he's
in the
still
summer,
talking about
one
this
time
for
in
5
the
months.
summertime, man, we had some technical
You know what? Here,
difficulties.
try a piece of fudge while you're on air.
No, I won't smoke and Jim share some of his with me, unlike he did down at the cage fighting with that bread.
Shout out to Randy, Hollywood Randy. He gave us banana bread. It's never been done before. We're eating banana bread at an MMA fight, and it was delicious.
And a little disclaimer for any of you Jim Frazier fans out there, folks. If you ever think Jim Frazier is going to have your back at the end of an event, you might want to reconsider and think twice, because he might tell you that I'm going to the bathroom and just not return back to his seats at the event. So,
Batman left the building early.
Yeah, well, hey, Batman, if you're going to leave, at least give somebody a heads up, that I'm leaving. Elvis has left
Hey,
the
Zach,
building. So
read
we
between
don't,
the lines.
come on, man.
I'm going to the
there's
bathroom.
300 pounds right there, man. We're trying to account for you in a scrum. And in this Cal-U guy, man, we know how you Cal-U boys go. There's got to be like 5 or 6 of you guys, man, for it to really go down.
Why do you think he left?
I know. So
He ran out.
He goes like this. I go like this.
I go like this.
Missed some great fights, Jim Frazier. You should have, as
The
always,
main
you should have
event
stuck
was
around the.
one of the best.
It was a very good main event. Shout out to all those boys at Gladiators of the Cage, once again for putting the red carpet down.
Yeah, it was
for the
great.
3 of us.
Hey, and I got to interrupt this final announcement because I forgot, with all the exciting guests we had on, we have a new world's record. This is for Jim Auger, because he watches every show. What are we even at? I don't forget what number we're at. 3,674, I think we hit.
A new all-time high.
This is the all-time high for Pittsburgh Sportsline. 3,674 likes. Thanks to Jim Auger and all the help and in introductions, buddy.
And another disclaimer, while we're disclaimering Jim Frazier, he may be in the war room for these drafts for the Steelers, but they're not making very many of the selections that he's studying and he's calling for. So hopefully he doesn't get paid by the pick. And if they don't go with his pick, then times could be rough out here for a scout.
Who said he's getting paid?
Well, hopefully he's getting more than a steak. 'Cause
He gets
for all
two.
that, you come with me, man. I'll get you a steak. We'll put you to work, brother. We'll strengthen up those hands, man. Don't you worry, man. Real quick.
No doubt.
Hey, and while we're tooting horns, in this article, Al Levine, the Talking Machine.
Yeah, what happened?
I believe that not only that yourself is quoted in there, but I also see I see myself. I see myself in there
I
too.
missed that.
So, I just
Hold it.
wanted
Who
to-
called you up at midnight last night and told you you made
did.
the paper?
You did. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Just
Do you want to
wanted
keep that copy? It's yours.
This one's mine.
That's yours.
Oh,
I'll
man.
sign it if you want, but I prefer not to.
Please.
Oh, you want me to?
And I wish, and when Jim Frazier signs it, could you please use your real name? Could you use your real name?
I got a highlighter.
Not your alias?
Nice.
I want your real government name on there for
I'll put
eBay.
it. You can talk. What's on your mind?
Well, the Steelers yesterday didn't disappoint, but I do got to take you to task, Al Levine, on one thing. Mike Adams is still the softest SOB
I didn't say he
in
wasn't.
the city of Pittsburgh. He was still getting manhandled even yesterday
He is
during the
soft.
game. He gets pushed all over the place, man. He is like an open gate, a swinging gate wide open over there.
My point was that when you have a super running back who can hesitate while you're falling down and then run over you because the other guy's blocking the way, that works. Go Steelers.
And as far as Le'Veon Bell goes, I think aside from the 4 rings that Franco Harris has at running back, I mean, Le'Veon Bell is going to go down as one of the all-purpose, all-time greatest running backs in franchise history. Now that we got rid of the Doobie Brothers,
No government name.
rats.
And I just put my name. I didn't want to junk it all up.
So guys, now we went and took an article like this. So now in order for me to display it or frame it, now I gotta drop it and it's gotta go like this. So, man, they do nothing. Man, you guys,
Here, let me write
keep it
to
simple.
let me write
Keep
to
it-
the
just keep-
son I never knew I had that I can't get rid of.
keep
Who
writing
wants
all
to
over it.
complain about getting publicity? Forget about it. I'm keeping that one. I'll give you another one.
Yeah, well, maybe on the second take we could get everybody to sign it, so we can frame it.
We're running out of time. We'll talk about this tomorrow night.
Bring
sure
it for the
will.
Rookie of the Year to sign.
You know what?
Man.
I'm glad we saved the best for last because we're done. Thank you for coming out to the show. We had a great crowd. We got a new photographer.
For sure.
She
He's done
knows
a
how to
great
get
job
me while
tonight.
I'm talking.
Slick moving
She's
guy.
following in. Is that the Slick Move Guide?
It is.
Wow.
The
Not
Slick
only
Move
does
Guy
he
can
blog
take photography.
for that, she takes photos. She'll put that on the blog, so we'll have a current one. Brilliant.
Gotta give a shout out to Kelly real quick too.
Kelly?
Yeah, you know Kelly.
Who is she? She's gone.
Oh, she's gonna be mad at that now, man. Who is she?
I know, just like I couldn't read their menus and whatever
out
else
to
they have.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Joey. Everybody here at Duke's Rib House and Grill. BPTV, Dave Cable. Aaron Ward on the camera.
The best waitress is Joey,
Always.
and we'll be eating shortly. Have a safe trip home, and be careful out there. You never know with this weather. See you next week. Take care.
Is this thing on?